Hi everybody. Woohoo! The table is ready. I'm juggling things around and here we go. Well, I didn't know what else to do tonight. What a crazy day. I gotta put the chat room up here. Let's see. Let's get some of you guys on board. Welcome Saturday night and we are live. And I'm gonna move this here. There we go. And I'm gonna move this here. Woo! How are you doing? How are you doing? How's your Saturday been? How has your weekend been so far? Casey! I don't know why I'm here, Casey, but I'm here. I was like, you know what? I gotta do something just to have a little fun now. It's so crazy. What a weekend. It was a little strange of a day, and I don't usually work on Saturdays. I did a little work, and the energy was so... I had to do a reading for someone today because it was very ominous kind of energy. And boy, the reading it kind of shook me. It took me a little while, so we had a beautiful day here. But things were just kind of discombobulated. It just felt like a weird day. And so then later on, everybody got all settled down, and I turned on the TV. I was going through YouTube, but I was looking for information on David Wilcock. I don't know if you heard about his tragic passing, so they say. And then I saw the White House press correspondence dinner, and I said, let me see who's showing up. I like to look at the outfits. I don't mean to laugh, but it seems like when I watch something live, there's always like a disaster. So it's not just in my life, it's even when I'm an observer. And sure enough, there was a shooting evidently, because I'm watching, and I even had the sound down because I just wanted to see the outfits and who was there and what it looked like. And all of a sudden, everybody was going under the tables. I did a wedding once for a club owner, and it was for his daughter. And he built this beautiful nightclub just for his daughter's wedding. And sure enough, my band was playing at this. We were in the dressing room. We're all getting ready. It was a beautiful dressing room. All of a sudden, the band came running in and said, everybody get down on the ground. And evidently, the two families were feuding, and they drew fire. They were shooting at each other at the wedding in the club. So that was the end of the wedding. We never got to play. We never saw the bride. That was it. They lost their liquor license. That's my little story. So, well, look who's here. Look, I have Casey, Feb Butterfly. Happy Saturday. Wow. And hello, Diane, from a beautiful autumn Sunday in New Zealand. Oh, I'm so glad you're autumn, right? It's autumn there. So glad you're having beautiful weather. Hello, Mary Jana Willa Walla Bing Bang. That's what. That's way too long for me to even attempt. Someday I'm gonna zoom in on your little icons, so I can see your faces. But I just thought I'd come and play for a little while, quite frankly. And if you had any questions or anything at all, it could be anything. Just anything at all. I'm up for anything. You want to talk about your cats, your dogs? Let's see. Mary Jane, any good news for me in May regarding my health? All I can say is, Mary Jana, I'm going to ask that right now. But May is looking so much better than April that I'm just looking at the calendar saying, I'm just going to breathe until it's May. Breathe until it's May. And I feel it's that way for almost every sign in the zodiac. Like, just keep breathing. Don't get into it with anybody. Don't try to rock any boats or change any methods, or just breathe through April, and hopefully we'll all get to May with good news. Let's see what's going on with Mary Jana with her health. And I can put this... let's do cards. Well, when I read, there's supposed to be some sort of shifting. Yeah, absolutely. I don't know exactly what that's about because I was hearing so many things. I know I just caught, when I was skipping through YouTube, I caught the end of, the beginning of Joni Patry is her name. She's from Texas. And she was talking about the last 3 days in May are supposed to be phenomenal. And it's something about the planets, which planets are moving into, I think Saturn is one, into Gemini. The planets going into Gemini. May, right now we have all the planets are in alignment in Aries, and that hasn't happened since the United States, the end of the Civil War. And that energy was, right? The country was divided. People were vacant, pretty much. So that's the energy we're in right now. That's why it feels so heavy, so thick. So I feel May, we're out of that, and a lot of the planets are going back to where they're supposed to be, or they're moving along, so the energy is going to shift. So, Mary Jana, you got 10 of Pentacles. How's your health? Are you on a lot of medication? Because, when I'm reading health, the Pentacles could be medication here. Oh, God, I'm not worried. I'm not worried, girl. This looks awesome. The Star. The High Priestess and the Star. So right now you're supposed to, in the next, until May, you have something going on in May, I guess, or something coming up, maybe tests. But until now, I want you to just chill as much as you can. Work on relaxing. And all day I was wondering, am I going to do a live or am I going to do a podcast? Because I keep thinking, I did podcasts back before podcasts were popular. My husband and I had a whole channel. We had like 30 shows going, all different modalities, all different genres, sports, comedy, health, the spiritual, the medium, TalkStream spiritual radio. And I've been playing with, should I do it? Is it something that is, do you need another podcaster out there? And so I've been playing with it. And today I was thinking about, I got to talk to everybody about fear. You're in treatments now. Well, listen, you've got to baby yourself, okay? The High Priestess is saying this is a time for you to go within. And I really want you to do some guided meditations that are good for your chakras or healing frequencies. Those things really work. I use those, at night. I did one last night that was for my higher self. And I never think about healing my higher self. I just keep asking it for more and more information. So it was pretty interesting, and I had the stamina today to get through the day at least. The Star is showing me beautiful flow. Okay, the light at the end of the tunnel, dreams come true, positive energy coming in. Yeah, it's going to be your time to shine. So right now you're in hermit mode, but you will move forward, and you're going to do great. Look at that. Good news coming in, unexpected good news, I think. So stay positive. That's the most important thing. Yep, it'll be your time to move forward. May is going to be, I feel, good results. You have an amazing guardian angel watching over you. This could be a grandfather. I feel like a paternal grandfather. Maybe you never even knew this person, but your guardian angel is certainly someone you should talk to and ask for a quick healing, and ask for a network of healers. Ask your guardians to bring in all the highest energy healers to help you. We have to ask. You guys got to get that. We have to ask for what we need, because we are just a little microcosm in this big network of energy. And this energy has access to everything in the universe, everything. So if we don't ask, your dad, what better person to stand by your side than your dad, right? So ask your dad to bring in the right healers, and I'm sure he already has, but I want you to ask for quick healing, good good outcomes, perfect outcomes, all the cells in your body functioning perfectly, all the bones being restored and the blood being restored to perfection. Just keep asking that. And have little Pac-Men go through your body, clearing away any negativity. Yes, I'm glad you said that, Mary John, because a lot of people think that our people die and then they go somewhere. They don't. They're right here. Their form changes because we're energy. So their form changes and we have to adapt to how we communicate. See, that's the key. We're communicating differently. We're not able to physically hug, physically sit down and have a chat, but we can have a chat and we can feel a hug. We can feel warmth. Or I get chills up here. I know when spirits around me when I get, all these little chills on my shoulders. So I say you have great news to look forward to. Things are moving forward. As long as you baby yourself this month, make sure you take extra special good care of yourself. All right? Feb butterfly. There's supposed to be some sort of shift, for Scorpio. What is that about? Let's see, what's going on with Scorpio? What is the energy going on with Scorpio? Let's ask that question. Let's see, what's going on with Scorpios? How's the energy looking for the next week for Scorpio? My hair it was really curlier earlier today, and I was outside a few times. It was only in low 80s, but the sun was so strong, and I have to be careful in the sun. I have to really be careful. And so I was out, then I was in. I was out, I was in. My husband put the big umbrella up, and it was like I could feel my skin crinkling up. So in I came. Here we go. Scorpio. Six of Wands. Let me let you guys see this. Six of Wands, victory. So, Scorpio, I'm getting some fuzzy on my lip. I should just look in the camera. Six of Wands is great. So, fiery, positive energy. Fiery victory on all fronts. So lots of energy coming in for Scorpio. And with the six, like I know there's more than 6 planets, but I wonder if the alignment that we're in now might be really good for Scorpio. Yeah, the Chariot. So this is energy moving fast and furious, but moving forward. And this is, recognition for Scorpio too. So stay determined, have willpower. You are moving forward. Wise counsel, look at the power in these cards. These two are major arcana, so that's big energy. Oh, and work recognition. So money looks good. This is a good week for money coming in. Holy moly, Andy. That's a show I watched in the 1950s. Yes, that decade really did exist. Wow, the victory moving forward, Scorpio. I'm telling Pisces, Aquarius, Cancer, what was it? Leo, Sag. Hang in there. Wait till May. But you, Scorpio, I'm going to say, wow, that looks good. Queen of Swords energy. So that's saying make sure you don't buy into anybody's junk. Stay with positivity. Don't get into, people's negativity. Don't buy into anything. Don't let anyone pull you into an argument or a debate. Those people who do that, they do it. They'll do it for giggles. And don't buy into it. When this is not the time. Zippy the mouthy, because we don't want to partake and get sucked in to anything that's going to lead to something we don't really want to put our energy into. We have enough to deal with ourselves, right? I mean, I think I'm speaking for everybody, because everybody I've been in touch with or read for, everybody's feeling it. Everybody feels the same way. Like, what are we going through? I'll tell you what we're going through. We're going through a historical time, very historical time. When we look back, or our children look back at this time, it will be a time of great change on many levels. But here's the thing, on many levels for the good. Now, I was doing, all during the pandemic, I was doing meditations, live meditations. And I want to ask you guys, I would love to do that again and open it up, because I feel that that's one thing why I admire David Wilcock so much, not just because of his brilliance and his insights into the ancient aliens and all that good stuff. He knew a lot about energy. His book, The Synchronicity Factor, very enlightening. And but he did a meditation after every show, and we've watched him for years, and just to see what's going on. And he always had a perspective of hope. There was always hope, no matter what was going on in the world. That we always felt hope watching him, and whatever was going on wasn't as bad, because he always gave you the bigger perspective. And what I admired the most, though, is at the very end of every show, he got everybody to meditate, and he had a huge following, especially years ago when he was with his wife Elizabeth. She would get out the crystal bowls and everything. So it was I used to, even if we didn't watch the whole show, I would try to make it for the end so I could be part of the meditation. And it's so healing for the planet. So let me know in the feed if that's something you would like to do. I'm thinking of making it like every Sunday night, or I'm thinking of making it a staple. And I'm not good at that stuff, guys. I'm honest about it. I am not a creature of habit. I am a creature of even cooking. If you ask me, how did you make that? I'll say, which day, which time, because I never do the same thing twice. I don't go to the same place the same way. I have to switch it up. I have to go different roads, see different things. It's just who I am. So I really want to commit to one night a week for just like 15 minutes, not a long drawn out thing, no cards, just come in 15 minutes, or it could be something you watch on a replay. But I would like to commit to that, not for David, but for humanity's sake. The more people we get into being quiet and breathing. Aroha wants a general reading, please. You got it, Aroha. Let's see what's going on with you. And Mary Jana, I'm going to put you on, and I belong to an angel page, and they send prayers out, and I gotta tell you, people, and I put up cats, horses, dogs, people, kids, old people. It doesn't matter. They get amazing results. When they get praying on you, they get amazing results. So with your permission, I will put you on the angel prayer page on Facebook. I forgot the name of it. I'm one of the top contributors, and I don't know the name of the page because I just always click on it. It always pops up on the top, so I apologize. I can't think. Angels of Hope and Healing, I think, something like that. But I'm going to get you there, and everybody's going to pray for you. That's the thing. Oh, thank you, Casey. That's quite all right. I will write a question in if you have one. I'm going to do a reading for Aroha right now. Ooh, Aroha, can you see that? Let me zoom in. That is the Three of Wands. So this is abundance coming in and opportunity. So that ship has a big sign on it, says opportunity. It's taking flight. Now, also, May 1st, I believe, is the full moon. Somebody correct me on that if I'm wrong. So if you are looking to make a change in your career, that's a great time, the beginning of May. And in fact, I read with somebody today, and she said, my husband actually almost volunteering at his job. He doesn't want to start to get paid till May 1st. And the wife didn't understand that. And I turned the cards over, and it was a 5 and a 1. So the cards were validating her husband's decision to wait until May. And I said, there's something about that because of the energy we're in right now. I bet if he starts it in the better energy, he's going to have better results. He won't have as much resistance. So I think that's a great idea. Oh yeah, there's a big change coming for you, Aroha. Could be a move. Could be you're going to be making a lot more money soon. So that's going to give you the the opportunity to maybe spruce up the place, buy some outdoor furniture, or put in a pool. Who knows? This is exciting. Let's see. Oh, are you in a relationship? Well, all I see is like a landscape on your icon. If you are not in a relationship, this is something happening. If you are in a serious relationship, it's about to get a whole lot more serious. You're kicking it up a notch. And if you are in a relationship, it is going to get a little bit more fun. You guys are good. You're good together, whoever this is, the 4 of Wands. So you've got the 3 of Wands, big change, but it's a big positive change because transformation is a tricky card. I had it come out today for another reading constantly, like 3, 4, 5 times. Different decks. I was pulling different decks out. It kept coming out with the devil. So when you have it lined up like that, that's kind of like, right? But this is awesome. This is awesome. Look at that. You got big changes coming up and wow. You know the song, We're in the Money. Wow. You probably don't know that song. I think it's from the 1920s. But this is amazing. So what are your creative ideas? What are you giving birth to? Are you, this could actually be giving birth. I don't know your story, but I do know that this is the Empress, and the Empress is pregnant with possibilities. She's birthing new ideas, new business, new creations. If you're a creative person, expect your muse to start showing up and bringing good energy. And look at this, 5 cards, 1, 2, 3 major arcana cards. The energy is very big tonight. I'm glad I came on because to be pulling major arcana cards, that tells me we have some big energy around us. And I'm very grateful that everybody's here. I'm grateful that this energy is here with us. Tune into it. Now, I began talking about podcasting and something earlier before, and then, of course, ADD Diane got off on a tangent. I want you to think about fear. I want you to think about how much of your day is occupied with thoughts like, what if that doesn't work out? Or what if I go there and then this happens? Or, gee, I hope we're not going to have, I don't even want to say it, but everyone's talking about the world in number 3. Yeah. First of all, we've been in at that for a while, and it's good and evil, and it's time for cleansing, and it's happening. We have to stay prudent with our positivity, shining our light, and spreading joy as much as we can. If you had, I was thinking about this, if you had, peace here in one bucket, and I hate to use the W word, disruption I'll put. It's too long. Disrupt. Peace, disrupt. So you have peace here, disruption here. So if you're going through your day and you're in fear, worry, fear, you're feeding this bucket. You're putting energy into this. You are making it bigger. You are giving it more validation. You are giving it more momentum. But if you hold the light and you stay in joy and peace and your alignment with light and love, you're feeding peace. You're feeding the good side. So you think of that as you go through your day. Which bucket am I feeding by having these thoughts? And then, and we all have them. Look, when I was flipping through and I see, oh, there's the White House Correspondents' Dinner. And I actually wanted to see them. They have a mentalist who was supposed to entertain, and I couldn't wait to see. Like, I wanted to see. He's like, is he going to bend spoons? Like, is he going to read Trump's mind? That would be a hoot. So I wanted to see what the mentalist was going to do, and sure enough, that I see everybody dive under a table. So in that moment, I was like, oh my God. And then I said, okay, who knows if it's even real? Who knows if it was staged? Who knows? Like, at this point, we don't believe anything anymore. And you know what? Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe if we just stay in believing in the light, believing in, God, believing in peace, believing in love and joy, maybe we can overpower all that other energy. Yeah, you're not alone, Aroha. April has been a month for everybody that I've talked to. Now, it hasn't been particularly as bad for me as it was March, February, January, and all of last year. But I will say it was for all the readers who were saying, oh, Pisces, you're going to have a great, and when I read my cards, I said, well, yeah, I am, but things are getting better. Things are beautiful, but not yet. Not yet. And for a couple of the signs, Cancer, not yet. Aquarius, yes. It's going to be your best year, but not yet. So just hang in there. Aroha, you got to think positive. Let go of April and just focus on how amazing May is going to be. You got the Three of Wands. You got transformation. You are the Empress. You got the Empress. Prosperity and abundance. So keep focused. If you focus on the good stuff, attention goes, energy goes where energy flows, where attention goes, something like that. So there's like 4 signs that the energy is supposed to be shifting. For Pisces, it's been 15 years, Feb Butterfly. So the water signs absolutely have been suffering and stagnant. Capricorn's been stagnant too, but they haven't, it's like they've been like, as my sister calls it, because she's a Capricorn, no luck. So she doesn't have good luck, but she doesn't have bad luck. It's like, she just goes right down the middle, like no luck. But that's changing for Capricorn too. So, thank you, Aroha. Make sure you guys, if you don't mind, because I'm climbing up there and I'm hoping to hit 1,000 by the end of May. If that's at all possible, spread the word, share it, write in the comments, do whatever you can. I think the algorithm is moving up a little bit. They're going to contact me when I hit 1,000. And then this will be like my job. This will be like, I'll be here a lot. You guys will probably get really sick of me, but that's okay. Come in once in a while when you can. I appreciate it. But yeah, hit the like, share, the notification bell, all the bells and whistles. Thanks, Aroha. I love how you guys take care of me and promoting myself. Usually my son chimes in, but I know he's busy tonight. So, Lil Pink Pearl, how you doing? Thanks for joining. You've been married for 39 years. Well, there's going to be a big change, and it's for the better. So know that. And maybe there's a little vacation, because that opportunity had the Three of Wands was a ship sailing. It was up in, maybe plan a nice little getaway. Why wait till 40 years? I'd say do it now. I think I got married in 88. So I'm up there too. If my husband's listening to this, he's shaking his head right now, saying, "I know she doesn't know when we got married." And I'll tell you why. My photo album has the wrong date on it. It says 1989. So I struggle. I'm dyslexic, and I struggle. I have to have I have to see the photo album, and then I have to say, no, I got married the year before that. I got married in 1988. Then I have to do the math. Well, Aroha, as you go up, it gets harder and harder to do the math, especially when you want to forget a few years. But you know how it is. That's marriage. There's good years, there's bad years, but you're headed into an amazing year. This is going to be an amazing year for you. Now you have to believe it. You know what I'd love for you to do, Aroha, with your husband? Do a little vision board of what you want your 40th year to look like. Casey, I am working on healing the shadow side of me. I would like messages meant for healing my inner child or to just enhance me being better. Oh, I love that. I love that. Now, for anybody who doesn't know what the heck she's talking about, we all have an inner child, right? Our subconscious holds everything, absolutely every memory from the moment of, I believe, conception. If you ever read the book Dianetics by L. Ron Hubbard, the founder of Scientology, which unfortunately became a cult, but the premise of his philosophy, psychology, was that the brain is a sponge, and from a moment of conception, the brain is absorbing everything around it, sounds, words, energies, and which is true. Now, quantum physics has proven that. So when you're healing, say, a trauma that happened when you were 2, maybe you don't fully remember it, but the trauma can still be there. Or if you actually did have some kind of trauma in your childhood, or if you have some kind of beliefs that were instilled in you that are not good and healthy. I mean, parents do what they can. Some parents ruin lives. But I had a friend in high school who I didn't know she lived in a trailer that had one room, and there were 4 kids, a mother, a grandmother, and a father who came and went. I didn't know that because this girl she was in the class. We were in the advanced class all through high school. So she was very smart. She was always perfectly dressed. She sewed her own clothes, but so did I. I didn't need to, but I like to be creative. And I was sewing since I was a kid. My mother had me, that was one of my things. I loved creating fashion and clothes. And she always looked impeccable. And I didn't know until my senior year of high school, because I was never invited to her house, and I always wondered why, but I didn't care because she always came to my house, and we had sleepovers, and we dated. She dated the drummer in my band that I had in high school, and we used to double date all the time. And it wasn't until senior I found out she was in an abusive household, and she was stayed there to protect her younger sister. Imagine. And she never talked about it, and she was the most pleasant person I knew. She was one of my best friends in high school. Always a smile on her face. Always kind to everybody. She was like back in the 70s, a flower child. She was that person, very natural, and she looked like a flower child. But the lesson is she overcame what her reality was with her perseverance and sheer will. So I commend you, Casey, for doing the healing of the shadow work, because it takes time. It takes time. I was in my 60s until a couple of big issues like boundaries, me being with boundaries without guilt, me setting boundaries without feeling guilty or feeling the need to explain myself. I was in my 60s till I got really comfortable with that. I started late. I started in my 50s, really late. But it wasn't until my 60s that I I hit that stride, and I don't feel guilty about it at all. Now I'm like a boundary mountie. Like, don't mess with me and don't mess with my time. So let's see. The healing of her inner child. Let's see what. I'm looking around at if there's another deck I should pull from, and I am going to pull from a couple of decks. Let's pull a couple of different decks out here. And if you guys have another question, if I've already read for you, come on board, because you're letting me be a little relaxed, and I love that. And I'll answer your questions, okay? Some nights I'll be specific. Some night it might be pick a card. Some night it might be what's going on in the world. I never read about the world. I shouldn't say never. I do from time to time. But only if someone asks. If an outside person says, what's going on with that? Or what do you think happened? Or is this person alive? Or did that really happen? Then I'll go to the cards on my pendulum. But I don't sit here and like do that, no. The Emperor. So right off the bat, this big energy comes in. And they're telling you, the Emperor is all about taking charge, taking command, owning your reality, and owning your purpose. Oh, that's what I could pull too, the life purpose cards. Owning your purpose. So let's see what that is. KC, the Emperor. And being disciplined enough to stay with that. I feel like you're on a roll, like you really have been going deep, and I commend you for that. We all have to. We have to clear. As my son said in first grade, when that little girl kept calling and leaving messages on the phone, he said, "Mommy, press clear delete." So I use that as, when I have a negative thought, I do press clear delete and get rid of it. I don't want to entertain it. I don't want it hanging around. Children. So your life purpose involves helping, teaching, and healing children. Well, it's about healing your inner child. So spot on. Thank you. Logic and organization will increase your success. So maybe with logic, sometimes, look at what the issues are. If it's maybe you were traumatized by a narcissist, then get some actual help with that. Again, if you can't pay a professional, then go to YouTube. There's some quasi-professionals there, but you can find some good information. I love Lisa Romano as far as dealing with narcissism. There's another Indian woman too. I can't think of her name, but I know she helped one of my clients tremendously. School, the answer you're seeking involves going to school. Now, I don't feel this is a physical school. I feel this is a higher up school, working with the masters. So remember in the beginning of this night, and I think this is why I was supposed to do this tonight, because this has been coming up all day. I feel you need to ask, like before you fall asleep, Casey, put your hands over your heart chakra and ask for all of the higher energies to work with you on what you're doing, and ask that in your dream state, whatever issue you want to have resolved or worked out or released so you can let it go, ask that they come in and help you with that, okay? These are the Wisdom Keepers deck. Mercury. Okay, Mercury is open communication. So just what I'm saying, communicate with your higher ups. Get a weight off your chest, speak up with love, and be heard. So use your voice. Mercury is about communication. So that's pretty interesting. I'm going to keep Mercury right here. I'm going to pull another one. Serenos, life force. Express your divine, express, oh, I can't talk. Express your driving passion. Spiritual and sexual powers are increased. Well, that's exciting, right? So, life force. So, you're asking your higher ups to come in and help, especially while you're sleeping, to help the issues. You know, when you have dreams, that's a great way to heal. And that's a great way to face fears that might be very uncomfortable in the waking state. Sometimes they can be resolved in the dream state, and you can get a lot of work done in the dream state. Ask first, give spirit some guidance and direction to guide you in the dream state and help you to let go, help you to release whatever it is you need to release. I'm going to pull an energy card here. And it's definitely, I feel, answering here for you. The temple path. Yeah, you are on your divine path. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're a healer. Whether you're actually going to teach, or maybe that's why the school came up. Maybe are you journaling? That might be a good idea, because the journaling might actually become material for you to teach from. So that's what I'm getting on that. Seventh chakra. Yeah, your crown chakra. So allow the higher ups, your higher self, to work with you and for you, to your advantage. See what the second card is. Oh, wow. Nine of Cups. The magic genie. So whatever, it's a magical time, good fortune. Have faith in the universe that all will be well. Everything is working out in your favor. This is a perfect time to shed and make the full moon on, I believe, May 1st. Make that a, do a little ritual for yourself, and maybe make note of all the things you have been able to face or address or let go, release. And that's a good night to write those things down and let them go. Communication is key. And what does that mean? And keep doing the hard work. You're going to be rewarded. You're going to be rewarded. Everything is opening up for you. So know that too. Like your gifts are just like your crown is opening up. Focus a little more on your third eye and your throat chakra for your communication skills. And maybe that's where you can also ask Mercury to help you with communicating your boundaries, communicating like, gee, I could use this, or I need this. It's okay to ask for things that, I need a little more physical affection. I need more verbal affection, or having the ability to let people know, it hurts me when you say things like that. To just confront people now. Don't hold back. Don't worry about, like, oh, am I going to hurt their feelings if I'm honest? Just be honest. As I told my best friend of 69 and a half years that I was really losing my filter. And I could see her face. We weren't FaceTiming, but I could see her face. And she said, Diane, you never had a filter. So she was very honest with me. But I feel like my filter is even less now. I just have that openness. Would love to move house. I will have to rewatch this. This is my internet. Oh, geez. Okay. Aroha, you were very easy. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Thank you, Mikey boy. Okay. Hey, Susan Crook is in the house. Where's my bell? Susan Crook, have you finished your paperwork? We have two people from down under there, the other side of the world. Tomorrow, you are already in tomorrow. So tell me, is tomorrow a better day? People say tomorrow's going to be a better day. You can tell us, is tomorrow a better day? Because I feel that it's going to be. I want good karma, no bad anymore. Well, our karma is our karma, okay? listen, give me 1 second here. Some of it, some people think, well, I've done good deeds. I always do good deeds. I heard this once. And I just let it go because it wasn't time. And is Elvira here? I haven't seen Elvira yet. Let's all think about Elvira and maybe she'll come flying in here. Oh geez, I lost my train of thought. Karma. The good deeds are wonderful and they can build good karma if the intention behind the good deed is to just do a good deed for the sake of doing a good deed, not because you want accolades, not because you want something in return. I know a lot of people like that. They keep a tally. I did that. Remember when I did that for you? As my son says, I said, I'll bring up things from his childhood. Remember when you were 2.5 and you did this? So we all do that. We all look back and sometimes we try to quantify things. But let it go, okay? The karma that we've accrued, I feel that's what 2025 was really about. That was a 9-year. That was a year of big time shedding, Casey. So, just think a lot of it is already gone and the universe is done that. It's like we're on a different level now. So just jump on board with the new frequency, the new vibration, and just send love and forgiveness to the past karma and know that you're moving in a better direction because your intention is you're trying to heal, you want to be a good person, you want good karma. That's all good intention. So stay with that, and it's you're a magnet. Think of yourself, you're a magnet creating a life. So if you are I love my life, I'm happy, I love peace, I love joy, I love love, I want to be happy all the time, you will begin to attract. Now, if you live with a curmudgeon or you live with a narcissist, it's hard to hold on to that. It is. You have to work at it. But work at it. Like my friend, I never knew what she was subjected to. She was like Teflon. She never let anything penetrate her bubble of positivity. And maybe do that right now. Like just close your eyes for a second and envision this magnificent crystal light coming from the outer beautiful dimensions coming in around you and crystallizing like this beautiful bubble of light all around you in all directions, like Glinda in The Wizard of Oz, right? When she comes floating in the bubble. Think of that, when you're in this beautiful bubble and you can watch everything going on. You could communicate with everyone, but nothing can penetrate that bubble. Nothing. No one, nothing, no bad energy. You're going to hold on to that beautiful auric expansion. And then what's really cool, and I love to do this with meditations, you're going to keep expanding that bubble out so that it influences everyone who comes in contact with it. So you're actually spreading the light or shining the light in all directions through all timelines. That's what I wanted to get through all timelines and dimensions. Now, with karma, sometimes we're carrying karma from other time sequences. So it could be with past lives. People say past lives, but just think, the only place where there is time, past, present, future, is here on Earth. That's it, from what I've learned, from what anyone who's been out there traveling the universe has said, what any medium or Edgar Casey or, people like who are really, really tuning in. And what I hear from my spirits when spirit comes through, because they give me glimpses. I don't usually ask like what's going on in heaven, right? But they do educate me. Even the cats and dogs at the Rainbow Bridge, like I just picture the Rainbow Bridge as all animals. But, I learned from my cat, no, there's kids here too, and we're playing, and it's bright and it's fun. And then another dog told me that they all have jobs. Well, some don't. Some are just playing. Some are just experiencing the positive energy. But some have actual jobs where they're helping others, they're directing, they're giving them directions on who to align themselves with. It's very, very cool having these conversations with spirit. But when we think of karma, we have to realize it's not just from day one here on earth in this timeline. There could be other factors so when you think you're done peeling away the layers, and I get this a lot when I teach Reiki and people come to me and they say, well, I want to be a Reiki master, but I'm still peeling away the layers. And I'm like, look, you're going to be peeling away the layers until your last breath. If that's why, anyone who's enlightened, you're always working on yourself. You're always clearing energy and moving out the negative and trying to, or not trying, get rid of the word trying. You're manifesting better. Always be manifesting better, bigger and better, brighter, lighter, more fun, more joy, more peace, more love, more money, more opportunity, more men in your life, Susan, right? So always be a magnet for what you want to attract. But know that, things might pop up that you go, wow, where did that come from? Well, who knows? Could be another 5 timelines ago, or 5 timelines that are actually occurring at the same time, but you're dealing with it in that moment. Find forgiveness and release it in that moment. Don't think that you have to be cured. The whole experience of being a soul in human form is to have these experiences, and unfortunately pain is a big part of that, experiencing the pain that a human feels, because I really haven't heard anyone having any pain at all, zero, anywhere else. It's just here. So deal with it from that way, Casey. Don't be so hard on yourself. And if you only want good karma, then just keep saying, I'm so happy and excited that all good things are coming to me now. All good things and only good things are coming to me now. Only the highest and best energy is attracted to my energy now. I am moving through life manifesting bigger and better, more and more of all the positive I can attract. Start thinking in those terms and you will see a change. Who was it? Louise Hay? I don't remember. I read it somewhere. She said, smile in the mirror. Oh, I think it was Yoko Ono. I think it was a Yoko. And I'm not a big fan of Yoko Ono's, but I think it was her who said, smile in the mirror and you'll see every morning, and hold on to that smile and life will be better that day. And I believe that. But first of all, because when you smile, you affect the front cortex of the brain, which releases good chemicals. So you're going to feel better. You're going to feel less pain. You're going to be more positive. And, you're going to just have a better day. And the more you could smile, and then you'll find, did you ever walk through like a store or a train station and you just smile at people? And they might be sitting there like this, and all of a sudden they see you smile and they kind of look at you like, what the hell is she smiling about? But then next thing you know, they're smiling. And it's catchy. As an entertainer, that was my thing. Like, I would come out and I would be like, sometimes my face hurt because I'd be smiling for like an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours every night. And after a while, your face got tired. But I would I would look to see who needed to smile, because I wanted everyone to be on my side. I wanted everyone to get into it and have a good time. So you had a smile and it's catchy, right? Just like being miserable and negative. Like, the news is all negative. How many happy good time stories have you heard on the news in the past? I don't know. Let's not even go back 10 years. 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. How often do you hear, oh, what a great story? No, you got to hunt for it on Instagram, and then you find out it's made up. It's AI. So then you don't believe anything. And hopefully in your life, you're meeting people, and my neighbors share lots of things. We text each other. And I love that because they text me things that are happening in their day. And it sometimes there's the bad stuff happening, but most of the time it's like, oh my God, look, this is what my granddaughter did. This is what my dog did, or this is what happened with the neighbors next door, or this, or my friends in Rhode Island. Like, oh my God, they're telling me all the good stuff. So it brings the vibration up. Every time you can bring the vibration up, that's where you find the healing, Casey. I just started telling people they hurt my feelings. It says, awesome. And sometimes when people say hurtful things back to you, Casey, and I had that in my life. I had someone who was always negative to me, or never had, anytime I said, oh, I'm going to do this, oh, what are you going to do that for? Or you're probably not going to be good at that. Oh, there was always a negative spin. So I just started repeating what she said to me back to her. So you're saying I'm probably never going to be good at that. And I would just let it hang there. And then she'd have to own her words. Or if she made a negative comment about my looks, or when that was frequent, I would just say, wow, did you just say that to me? And I would just let it go, let it hang there a minute. It's very uncomfortable, and you want to cover it up, or you want to mend it some way. But I would just I would let the person who had that I would let the person who has the negativity own it, because they deserve to own it. If they're putting out something with the sole purpose to hurt someone else, they need to own that. They need to take responsibility for that. I don't want that responsibility. I don't want to own their ugly words. I don't want to own those feelings. No, I have my big bubble. They can't get through to me anymore. So, good. Boundaries, be very direct. Use your throat chakra. Don't let anyone take away your power, or and don't ever feel you have to explain yourself. Sometimes no is a complete sentence, or sometimes silence is the best answer. Oh, Dr. Ramani, thank you, Feb Butterfly. Yes, Dr. Ramani, she's fabulous, okay? That's the Indian lady I was talking about who was very good with narcissists. I had to cast something out in my dream recently, so that would be my next question. What are my dreams saying? Well, the dreams are multiple things. I feel that the dreams are the subconscious working and releasing, processing, maybe processing things that happened, feelings, emotions, past issues, childhood issues. That will all come up in the dream state. If you have a recurring dream, write it down, look at it, look up the meaning. Now you can find everything on the internet. But sometimes what we think is a dream is a visitation. If it feels real, if the voices seem like they're actual voices, if you see a lot of color, or anything to do with the senses, smells or touches, it could be a visit, okay? And then sometimes your teachers, your masters, Mercury, maybe Mercury's going to show up. Maybe Archangel Michael is going to show up. A woman just today drew a picture of a man bird. She said, I dreamt of this. What is this? And I knew it. I just couldn't remember the name. It's Horus, the gateway keeper, cosmic gateway. And she is on the path of enlightenment. She is expanding her third eye and tuning into her intuition. So it would make sense that Horus would show up to teach her. I have had visits from in my dreams and in my Reiki room from Dr. Yusui and Mrs. Takada and Dr. Hayashi. And it's very interesting when they show up because you wonder, like, was that just a dream? But it felt so real. So sometimes it's a visitation. And I learned things. So I would wake up like, oh wow, that I never thought of approaching Reiki that way, or I never thought of using that hand position. So there were things I hadn't learned yet, but I was being taught in my dream. Everybody sends Susan Crook energy so she gets that darn paperwork finished. Susan, tomorrow or later today, you're in tomorrow already, so later today, get your paperwork done. All right, let's see. So, however, just think of this, Casey, and everybody else. However you're feeling is what you're choosing. Oh, that's harsh, right? That's harsh. What do you mean? I'm choosing to feel bad? They made me feel bad. No, you allowed them to make yourself feel bad. Do you see what I'm saying? So everything is a choice. If you're living with a narcissistic partner or a curmudgeon-y person, they can put you in a bad mood in a second. Or you can choose not to be in a bad mood. You can choose to overcome their energy, overlook their energy, not respond to their energy, rise above their energy, go beyond their energy, or leave their energy. But it's all a choice. How we feel is a choice. For the most part, it's a choice. And even if we are physically ill, right, and you physically feel like crap, and boy, that was my year. The last 2 years were kind of like that, right? And I had to keep fighting to feel better, and I would work on my smile. Like, okay, if I just smile, that's going to make me feel better. I'll eventually match the action. I don't feel it yet, but maybe and then before I knew it, I felt better. And I did breathing, and I did guided meditations that would elevate my mood, so it's a choice. Sometimes it takes work. Sometimes it takes diligence. Sometimes it takes almost being oblivious to everything else going on. But you can keep going. Okay, Susan, we get 2 questions. You can ask another question if you would like. So, right, everything is a choice. Yes, everything is a choice. Someone said that to me once because I was in a bad place. I was in a very negative, like, oh my God, my life is just gone down like, what have I allowed to happen? I just felt I had nothing left to give. That's how I felt, totally drained. And I guess that's how emotionally I feel overloaded. Most isn't my issue. So when I isolate, I feel lighter, but I am dealing with. Okay, so you're going to get help. You're going to make the choice to when are you going to be in, when you have to be in negative energy. First of all, do you really have to be in that energy? Do you have a choice? Can you leave it? Can you not participate in the energy? Can you do something else or go somewhere else? You see what I'm saying? So how much of it can be a choice? And if there's no choice, if you're stuck there, and that happens a lot, then make those moment choices. In this moment, we have a thing in Reiki, the 7 principles. Well, there were 5. And in my lineage, we upped it to 7. But it used to be Dr. Yusui when he was expanding the practice of Reiki. The principles were, just for today, I will not anger. Just for today, I will not worry. Just for today, I will be kind to every little living thing. Just for today, I will do my work honestly. So as it grew, and probably by my fourth or fifth year of teaching Reiki. There was one master class, and at the time I had just finished a course with Thich Nhat Hanh for mindfulness, meditation and mindfulness. And it took me forever to learn the course because he was so chill. It was via Zoom. He was so laid back and so purposeful with every word he spoke, and so calm and tranquil. Well, I kept falling asleep, and then I'd have to go back and watch the replay over and over and over to get the written work done. And so when I was teaching my students what I had learned, one of my brilliant students, I wish I could remember who it was, said, why don't we change this to, instead of just for today, just for this moment? And I thought that was brilliant, because just for today, I will not anger. Well, that's hard. You're driving along, somebody cuts you off, they throw you the finger. You're gonna react to that, right? Maybe. Well, if you're Italian, you're gonna react. So just for this moment, it's a choice, right? In that moment, it's a choice. So you can make the choice of, I'm going to react, I'm not going to react. I'm going to stay positive, or I'm going to buy into this. So think of that the next time you are put in a position where you're with the people who are negative, who want to tear you down. That's on them. That speaks volumes about who they are, where they are. Send them love and light. They need healing. They're coming from dark places. Or write their names down and put lots of hearts around their name and put it in the freezer. And that should let the universe know, I just need a break from this energy. That's all. Okay? So let's see. Sunday is good. Nothing happening here. Susan Crook. I have bad karma on me. How do I get rid of it? I am a good person. Well, I think we just talked about all of that. Where you put attention, energy flows where attention goes. Are you focusing on the bad karma? Are you focusing on the bad things that happen? Or are you focusing on the positive things? What's in your control? Is doing your paperwork so you can move in your control? Yes, it is. Is making a choice to be happy in this moment, just for this moment? I feel really good about myself. I'm not going to let anybody permeate my bubble. Right? It's a choice. So stop making more choices throughout your day and stop reacting less. So what jumps out for Susan Crook but the Nine of Cups? The magic genie. Wishes come true, Susan. Your dreams become reality. A magical time of life. Good fortune. Have faith in the universe that all will be well. There's a King of Wands here. Is that who came up in your last reading? So the King of Wands is a very nice man. This could be somebody you meet, somebody in your life, somebody very charming, very personable, tells a great joke, has very nice eyes, kind eyes, and a beautiful smile. One more card for Susan. Healing. So the karma that you're talking about, Susan, it's time to heal it. Like Casey's addressing it. She's going head on. Like I want to heal this. I want to get better. I want to make this work. Right. I want to get rid of all the trauma from the past and move forward. So there's a lot of self-help stuff on YouTube. There's a lot of, I have some older ones, like meditations and things on this channel somewhere that I did for the Gloria Gemma Breast Cancer Resource Foundation. During the lockdowns, I was doing those, how to clear negative energy. Maybe you need to do that. So maybe first clear, like I keep a spray bottle of my homemade sage and holy water, and I do a lot of clearing of the energy so negative energy doesn't come in. I use crystals as little... crystals can be used to cleanse energy, so if you place them around the dark black energy. I have these big quartz crystals here that I keep on my desk to, they're really pretty if you shine a light. I don't know if you can see that. But they're amplifiers. They amplify the positive energy. The black stones will absorb the negative energy. Or, I teach my students, any crystal or rock, anything can be programmed because they're alive, they're energy. So if you get a rock or a crystal, you can have one that you say, okay, you're going to be my sponge. And I have to go meet, I'm having dinner with the people who are really mean to me most of the time. So I'm going to take this crystal with me. I have a friend who puts them in her bra. And I can't do that because I forget. And then, halfway through the day, I think I have a lump. And then when I take my bra off, rocks go flying, so I don't do that anymore. But program your crystals by holding them. You can hold them to your heart, and you can say, you're going to absorb any negative energy that comes at me. Any negative words that come at me, you're going to absorb from me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then, so be it. And then later on, when it needs to be cleared, you can use a sage, you can use Palo Santo or burn some sage, clear it around it. You can use energies. I keep this little shaker. I clear the energy around my cards so nothing stagnant can come in. Like this is a good grounding rock if you're going to be with, if you're afraid of psychic attacks or things like that. Tell one crystal they're going to be your protection. That's it. And anybody shooting any negative vibes at you, they're going to go right back into love. They're going to turn into love and positivity. So crystals are a good way, Susan, to clear that energy, that energy that you're calling bad karma. I feel that by giving it that much credit, I have bad karma on me. I feel that you're feeding it. You're feeding it energy. So clear. One thing you can do, we do in Reiki, it's called Kenyako. It's just brushing your aura, and you do left over right, right over left, and you sweep your body from head to toe. Okay, so you go right over left, right over left, right over left. 3 times, clear your auric field. And as you're doing it, I always call on Archangel Michael and I say, Archangel Michael, clear away any negativity, any psychic attacks, anything that has come my way that I don't want to carry around. Please clear it from my space. Sometimes you can just wrap yourself in a bubble. My friend White Swan wraps herself in white roses with big thorns. So any negativity is caught by the thorns, and all the white roses attract beautiful white light energy. So there's a lot of things. We covered a lot of bases. Casey, I thank you that you brought that up because, try brushing your aura, lighting a white candle even. Just light a white unscented candle. It's about intention, guys. So if you set the intention that you want to clear away all negativity, then you're going to clear it away some way. You can use Epsom salt or table salt or Himalayan salt in the shower and wash off the negativity. Hey, Jackie Russo, glad to have you here. It's late for you. People tried to make me feel bad for it. Yeah, so people try to make me feel bad. Well, again, there's a choice. You can allow them to make you feel bad, or you cannot allow them to make you feel bad. You can stay in your bubble. Stay in that bubble and not allow that. Don't give them the power. People are going to throw arrows at you. That's on them. That karma will come back to them. But if you react to it, you feed them. You're inviting them in. Okay, so it's okay to isolate from, I'm saying it's okay to isolate from family. Me, who has isolated from everybody just about. But it's a positive thing and it's a negative thing. I mean, I'm not saying don't learn to get along with other people, absolutely. But if people are of the mindset to hurt you intentionally, they don't deserve your time. Find other people to attract. And how do you do that? By emanating what it is you want to attract. Be the light in the room. Be the higher energy. Stay in your alignment, stay in your power. Get in touch with your solar plexus. It's right above the navel, 3 or 4 inches, 6 inches above the navel. It's above the navel. And it's a bright yellow chakra, like the sun. And that's your power center. Hold on to that. If you have to, wear yellow underwear when you go. You have to meet the family, so you have your power shield on, or take some yellow stones, okay, golden quartz, and remember your power, or wear yellow somewhere in your outfit. Jackie, do you have a question? We went deep today. We're talking about deep stuff. Yeah, Jackie, I was telling everybody, I was flipping through YouTube looking for information on what was going on with David Wilcock, the death of David Wilcock. And I saw the press corps dinner, and I wanted to see they had a mentalist. Usually they have a comedian, or I don't know. I don't usually watch it. I watched it a couple of times in my life. But usually they have a comedian. And tonight they have a mentalist. I don't know if they went on with it, but so I said, "Oh, let me see what's going on." And I just saw like the whole head table come in, which was people from the press corps, the vice president, the president, the first lady, and very pregnant Caitlin, which I hope she's okay. The speaker, the White House speaker. So I saw them all come in, and I'm looking at, there was a lady who was taking pictures at tables, and I loved her gown. I was hoping the camera was going to get the front of the gown. I got the back of the gown, and I was checking out the gown, and because I go to so many formal affairs. But I love clothes. I love fashion. I love seeing that stuff. And then next thing I know, it was like I hear the shots. It sounded like shots. And I saw everybody leave the front table. Everybody went under the table. And then the commotion, and I said, I can't believe that I'm watching this, but I was. Lighting a white candle, if you light a white candle, and you just keep putting intention into the candle, that as the flame flickers, and believe it or not, I was supposed to go buy candles today. I have one little votive left, and it's like down to nothing. So I can't even light a candle for you guys tonight, but my intention is there's a beautiful candle here lit. And if you just watch the flame and ask that the flame radiate into your auric field. Now remember, we have 7 chakras, and we have 7 auric layers. So our auras, when you walk into a room and you say, I got a bad vibe, it's because your aura is feeling everybody else's auras, if they have them. And that's what you feel. That's what you're picking up on. That's what you're sensing. And things get stuck in our auras, or attached, or we pick up negativity. So you want to clear that, and just put the intention into the candle that as you breathe in positivity into the candle, exhale negativity. It will be good. So watching the news, you know what we're going to do? I said I was going to do maybe a meditation tomorrow night. We're going to do it right now. Yeah, I believe everybody's okay, though. The only one who went down is the shooter, from what I understand. They killed the shooter. So, and I heard he was unarmed, and then I heard he got off 3 shots. So, the press corps is there. God only knows what the story will be tomorrow. I'm sure it will be 5 armed bandits came in on horses. Who knows what our press will put out there. But I saw it live. I heard the noise and it sounded to me like shots. And I said, every time I watch something live, there's like a live something going on. It's awful. All right, Jackie Russo, I'm going to pull some cards for you. And then I will do a little meditation for us to clear our auras and help us with our alignment. Oh, Jackie, I know your energy, your cards have been really good. This is the best card in the deck. After this, it's the 9 of Cups, and Susan got the 9 of Cups. A time of great joy and success, brilliant epiphanies that lead to magical opportunities, plans that work out perfectly. When I get the Sun, I feel that the energy is telling you you're really close to achieving your goals. And you just need to keep going, keep the hope, keep the faith, keep trusting. You're almost there. If that's usually when people quit, like when they get so close, but it doesn't seem like it's going to happen and they quit. No, it's really, really close to happening. Yep, 8 of Swords, you're moving out through your fear. You're moving out through stagnation. You're moving past the limitations. I feel you have been limited in some way from your healing. And your logistics. There's a physical move. I had a feeling. So this is a physical move. Now this could be a new job that you're moving to or an actual move from where you're living. And it's because you're seeking more out of life. Jackie, you keep getting this. Who's the guy? You got to fill me in, girl. Because this keeps showing up for you. Look at this, the new job opportunity and the love. There is something good. So I really feel May's going to be incredible. May is going to be incredible. Let me pull a couple of energy cards. And then I'm going to put a little music on. And I'm going to go out with a little bit of a meditation. So if you want to hang around for that, we're going to do that next. Woman holding a heart. Girl, you got love coming in. Envy. Somebody's going to be jealous. Broken heart. Second chakra. Sacral chakra. Giving birth to your dreams. Make a choice. Look at the 8s. And the third chakra. The solar plexus. We were just talking about this. See the solar plexus? The power center. So this is the past, okay, Jay? Let go of the past. Because this new relationship won't be anything like past heartaches. No. I love these 8s. Make the choice to move forward. 8, 8, 8, 8. Look that up. That's incredible. That is good energy. And 44 is an 8. Woman holding a heart. It's time for love, new opportunity, and a move. That's what's happening for you. Wow, big stuff. All right, so here we go. Are you ready? I'm going to, hold on a second. Let me get this. Let me see if I can reach this. Woo. I hope you can hear that. I'm going to turn it up. There we go. If you have a candle lit, focus on the candle. If not, just sit relaxed in your chair, wherever you're at, if you're in bed. I love palms up, because I feel that's a great way to receive the energy. And you may even feel it in the palms of your hands. And if you can't close your eyes, it just helps you to relax. And I want you to feel your eyes let go of any stress or tension. Feel your eyes relax. Good. And then allow your jaw to relax. Okay, good. And your shoulders, your legs, if you can put your feet flat on the floor, do that. Connect to Mother Earth. And ask your feet to sync up to the pulse of Mother Earth. To connect, like you're plugging into an electrical outlet. And feel the top of your head, your crown chakra. And as if somebody were beaming a huge spotlight on the top of your head. You know when you shine a light and you see all the dust in your room? See that light beam going up beyond your roof, expanding out through the universe, and connecting you to the eternal energy there, all around you, right now, available to you right now. And then I want you to place your tongue behind your upper teeth and take a very slow, deep, and purposeful breath in through your nose, feeling that air come down into your throat, into your body, and feel it go, especially KC where you need the healing, honey. Let that breath come in and expand throughout your body. Susan, allow it to help you to relax more. Release any tension. Let go. Hold it in your body. And then place your tongue behind your bottom teeth. And I want you to release any negativity, any thought or image, words, trauma that comes up. Release it now, slowly through the mouth. And now repeat that whole process, tongue behind the upper teeth. Breathe in through the nose. Beautiful green healing energy now coming in through the nose, going all throughout the body, around the brain, down into the throat, down into the shoulders, surrounding all your vital organs, down through your legs, down to the heart of Mother Earth. That beautiful green energy, perfecting every cell in your body. Tongue behind the bottom teeth. Exhale any and all negative energy now. Beautiful. And now envision a rainbow of energy surrounding you like a beautiful cocoon, your aura. And feel it expand out a few inches from your body. And now feel it expand out a few feet. And now feel it expand beyond the room, beyond the house, out into the universe. You are beaming this beautiful, magnificent light, all colors invigorating all of your chakras, releasing any negative vibration that doesn't belong to you. There's no such thing as assignment of energy. It's what we accept. So we let it go. We release it. Whatever is not for our highest and best, we let go right now in earth time. Your bubble is expanding. It's going beyond the present. It's going beyond the earth plane. It's going beyond time and dimensions. And all the positive light that could possibly fill this beautiful rainbow bubble of energy, of love, of balance, of contentment, of abundance, of prosperity, of opportunity, of financial gain, of physical wellness. It's all manifesting now. The love is flowing in and around and expanding all around you right now. So take a nice deep breath in and allow it to permeate every cell in your physical body, and allow it to go on and beyond throughout the universe, almost like a beautiful flame igniting every star, expanding beyond any limitation you could possibly imagine. And on your next exhale, you can release now any thought, any memory, any physical pain or unwellness, any trauma, disappointment, rejection, any woulda, coulda, shoulda, any grief. You can release it now. And as if the angels were pouring the most magnificent light down into your crown from this beautiful crystal vessel. And that beautiful light is igniting each chakra as it passes through. The crown chakra is open, but only to the highest and best information and intention. The third eye is being ignited, cleared, brought into focus with clarity for what it is you want to attract. Down into the throat chakra, so you can speak your truth with kindness and love, and affirm strong boundaries, and affirm the positivity you speak will also be spoken back to you. Be a magnet of words to feed your soul. And then down to your heart chakra. Magnificent green energy filling that reservoir with love, compassion, and most of all, forgiveness and gratitude. Take a deep breath in. Feel it expand in your heart chakra. And now release any pain, trauma, regret, disappointment, and any remnants of grief. Let go now. Down into your solar plexus, your power center, that bright yellow energy kicking into action, allowing you to establish firm boundaries, speak your truth, know your worth, and claim your power. and down into your sacral chakra, that bright orange, your birthing center. And someone here who got the Empress know that birthing possibilities, expansion, love, fertility, giving birth to your dreams is possible now because you have made the connection. And then down to the root of the spine where the root chakra lives. Bright earthen red, connecting you to the dynamic abundance available to you now. And especially as May comes in, you will know the abundance is flowing to you now. Love is flowing to you now. Your personal physical needs are met on all levels because you believe it, because you are open to it, and because you are a magnet for it. Your bubble is expanding now and you are ignited. You are a magnificent flame yourself, igniting every star, every fallen soul will be better in your presence because you will shine your light and feed the positivity in each soul. Take a deep breath in. Release any pain in your physical body now as you exhale. And open your eyes slowly. Welcome back. Feel the presence of your angels, your guides. And feel the expansion of your light. Carry that light with you. Use that light to help you expand your magnetism to attract that which you want to attract. And so it is. Thanks so much for joining me tonight. Simran, I will be back. I'm in a different zone now. So I will catch you on the next one. I hope you enjoyed the meditation, guys. Let me know in the feed. And I want you to really take in everything that we talked about tonight. I learned a lot from you guys. I hope you learned a little something here from me as well. And until the next time, I send you love, light, and unlimited possibilities.